This is our 33rd class of Mundakopanishad with Swami Ji. We have completed chapter 2, section 1 in our previous class. I welcome everyone here. The last half hour will be kept aside for questions and answers with Swami Ji. Shri Arun Babu will now chant for us. Shri Arun.
Hari Om, Namaskaram. Today I'll be chanting the Meenakshi Stotram of Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankaracharya Ji and verses 3, 4, 5. Last week we did the first two slokas. Sri Vidyam Shiva Vama Bhaga Nilayam Kringara Mandrojwalam Shri Chakrangida Bindu Madhyavasatim Srimalsabhanayakim Srimadshadmukhavigrarajajananīm Srimadjaganmohinim Meenakshīm pranatosmi santatamaham Karunyavaramithiṃ Srimalsundaranayakīm bhayaharam Jnanapradām nirmalam Shyamabham Kamalasanarchitapatam Narayanasyanujam Veena Venumridangavadyarasikam Nanavidham Ambikam Meenakshīm pranatosmi santatamaham Karunyavaramnithim Nānāyogi munīndrahannivasatīm Nānārthasiddhipradām Nānāpushpaviridājitāṅkriyukalam Nārayanenārcitām Nādabrahmamayīm parātparataraam Nānāthatattvātmikām Meenakshīm pranatosmi santatamaham Karunyavaramnithim. Hari Om.
Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangai Stushtovam Sustanobhyat Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Sustina Indro Vriddhashrava Sustina Posha Vishwaveda Sustina Tarkshyo Arishthaneme Sustina Brihaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. In our last satsanga, we completed the first khanda of the second Mundaka. And then we have seen the most important mantra, Purushayeva idam Vishwam. the whole universe is Purusha. Is the manifestation of Purusha and Purusha himself. Purusha is the cause. Purusha is the sustenance. And it is to Purusha the whole phenomenal planes goes back. And whatever we are seeing and experiencing are nothing but the existence absolute, which is called Purusha. So Purusha eva idam vishwa. That is the most important mantra in the Mundakopanishad. And after that we have seen everything, whatever exists is Purusha itself or himself. Now, in the second khanda, we are going to see what is the real nature of this Purusha. And how the self is same as the Purusha. How to contemplate on that topic, the oneness of Atma and Brahman. How to contemplate that. So, different modes of discriminations. To arrive at that, it is explained in this khanda. So we can go to the first mantra, that is āviḥ guhācarannāma mahatpadamatraitatsamarpitam ejatprāṇannimiṣacca yadetajjānatha sadasadvareṇyaṃ paraṃ vijñānādyadvariṣṭhaṃ prajānām āviḥ guhācarannāma mahatpadamatraitatsamarpitam ejatprāṇannimiṣacca yadetajjānatha sadasadvareṇyaṃ paraṃ vijñānādyadvariṣṭhaṃ prajānām. So here, the Rishi, the Upanishadic Rishi, asked us, yadetajjānatha. Yadetajjānatha. Yad means that which. Yad, that which. Etad, this. Janatha, no. You know, you understand. And it is the plural form. Janatha is the plural form. So it is an exhortation to the whole world, not to one Shishya, not to one disciple. If this piece of advice was addressed to one disciple, it must be in singular. It must be in singular. Because disciple is a single person. But here it is the plural form. Janatha. So it is a call to the whole world. It's a call to the whole world. Out of compassion, out of love, unconditional love. The Upanishadic Rishi is asking the whole world, you people, please understand this. Ejattajjānatha. You try to understand this. What? āviḥ. Let's see the breaking first. āviḥ. saṃnihitaṃ. guhācarannāma. mahatpadam. atra. ejattajjānatha. ejatprāṇannimiṣacca. yadetajjānatha. sadasadvareṇyaṃ. paraṃ. vijñānādyadvariṣṭhaṃ. prajānām. These are the words used here. See, first we have to understand that this is a call of the Upanishad Rishi to the whole world. You people come and understand. You have the right. You have the eligibility to realize this. Everybody has that eligibility. We are entitled to have that knowledge. Purely because we are human beings. Irrespective of gender or any other religious or national divisions or identities. As we are human beings, we have that right to realize. And therefore, Rishi is asking us to realize. Ejattajjānatha. You please realize this. You please understand this. You know this. Know what? This Brahman, you realize. And what is the nature of Brahman? Or what is Brahman? āviḥ. saṃnihitaṃ. guhācarannāma. mahatpadam. So many words are used. Because here, Guru is speaking of the unspeakable. What is beyond words? What is above the realm of words? About that, the Guru is teaching. Making use of words. Making use of words. So, everywhere in the Upanishadic literature, we can see many words are being used or repeated to describe one absolute existence. Why many words are used? Because it is above the words. We cannot explain it through words. Knowing that, out of compassion and love, the Guru is using many words as to make what we can call the knowledge within the Shishya. See, while studying the Upanishad, we will reach at certain words or certain sentence or certain terms, and it will penetrate our individuality and it will enter into our inner being. So we can concentrate on that single point, or we can contemplate the Supreme making use of that word or that sentence. That which suit one person may not suit another. So for example, here it is said āviḥ. The first word is āviḥ. So āviḥ means light. āviḥ means light. Effulgence. That's the meaning of āviḥ. So in common language, we are, especially Malayalis, are using always this shabda, āviḥ. Āviḥkaranam, āvirbhāvam, āvirbhūtam. So āviḥ is light, effulgence. Then saṃnihitaṃ. Saṃnihitaṃ. Saṃnihitaṃ is well residing or well fixed. Well residing, that is the best translation. Saṃnihitaṃ. Then guhācaram. Guhācaram is that is living in the guha. That is staying in the guha. Guha is a cave. In our studies, many times we have seen this shabda used again and again. Guha, cave. So what is staying in the cave? What is residing in the cave? That is what is living in the cave. That is guhācaram. And it is great, mahat. And at the same time, it is padam. Padam. Padam is a place. Padam, place. Padyate is the padam, to which we are walking. That is padam. Or we can take it as a one word, mahatpadam, the great spot. Great spot. So these are the words used to speak about Brahman. See, āviḥ, saṃnihitaṃ, guhācarannāma, mahatpadam. So this, you please realize, that is the call of the Guru. Atra means in this. Atra, in this. Here. Ejatprāṇannimiṣacca. Ejat means this. Is samarpitam, well established. So this is well established in this. So we have to have a discussion on what is this, because shabda this is repeated here. Atra eda samarpitam. This is well established in this. Then how it is established? It is said this is established in this. What is established in this? And what is the meaning of this? We have to think about that. But before going into that discussion, let us see the meaning of that mantra as a whole. Ejad. Ejad means moving. Moving. Pranat means breathing. Pranat, breathing. Or pranat means energizing. One meaning of pranat is breathing, the other is energizing. Nimishat. Nimishat is closing. Closing. Normally, we will use this shabda to speak about the winking of the eyes. It is the winking of eyes, nimishat. So making eyes wink or close. Yadetajjānatha. Yad, that which. Edat, this. Janatha. You understand. You know. You please know this. Again it is said, sadasadvareṇyaṃ. This is sad, and at the same time this is asad. This is sad, and this is asad. And it is vareṇyaṃ, that which is wished for. That which is wished for. That is vareṇyaṃ. That it is wished for. Then, as we are hearing it is wished for, we may think we can get it by simply wishing. Then immediately Guru is saying paraṃ. Paraṃ. It is above all our senses, mind, intellect, and all instruments. It is above all instruments of knowledge. Paraṃ. And then comes the question, as it is above all instruments of knowledge, senses of cognition, and Guru is asking us to understand that. Guru is asking us to know that. So what we are getting from that? What we are getting from that knowledge? Then it is said the vijñānād, from the realization of that, or by realizing that, Advaithashramam, the highest. You will get the highest. Prajānām, for the people. Prajānām means for the people. So, from the very outset, we will see this mantra. It's a bit complex mantra, not that much easy as we have seen earlier, all other mantras. But at the same time, this mantra shows all the stages. Why one should know that. What is the benefit one is accruing from that knowledge? And what is that? Where to search for that. All these things are explained in this one mantra. And of course, this mantra can be explained in another sense also. Instead of saying by realizing that you will get the highest, instead of that, we can say vijñānād paraṃ. This is above common vijñāna. Vijñānād paraṃ. So we can see both these meanings. Vijñānād paraṃ. Varishṭhaṃ, the highest. Varishṭhaṃ, the highest. And it is residing within the cave of the prajānām, all prajas. In different way we can see this mantra. So first, let us see the first explanation. āviḥ saṃnihitaṃ guhācarannāma. āviḥ, effulgence, the light. In thousands of places in the Upanishadic literature, we can see this shabda. That is the light, the effulgence. Jyotishām api tad jyotihi. Jyotihi. Tejaha. Shuklam. Shubhram. Jyotishmad. Many words used in the Upanishadic literature to show the absolute existence. And it is light. It is the effulgence. It is giving light to the whole world. How sun is shining? Who is giving that light to the sun? And so many sources of light are around us in the universe. How they are getting this effulgence? Who is giving that? So this is the ultimate effulgence by which everything else lies or are getting that light. So this is a word we can take and contemplate with it, how it is so, why it is said so, how it can be the light, and what is the meaning of this light. Is it the physical light we are seeing, or with the help of which we are seeing each other? Is it that? Or is that the existence which is giving existence to the whole world? So many questions will come. We have to find out answers. So internally we take this one word, āviḥ, and debate with it. Of course, that for that we must have the help of so many shastras. So that is the way of studying Upanishads. It is not simply sitting and reading something or hearing something. No. It is inner contemplation. So take this one word, āviḥ, light, effulgence. So in the Upanishad itself, we can see tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. With the light of that, everything else are getting light. Or tameva bhandam anubhati sarva. Anubhati sarva. Tameva bhandam. That effulgence, that light, all other sources of light are following that. See? So that is giving existence to the whole universe. Whatever exists, that is the primal cause. So āviḥ. Then saṃnihitaṃ. Saṃnihitaṃ, well established or well residing. Well residing. Saṃnihitaṃ. Or seated well. Saṃnihitaṃ. Or we can say well hidden. That also is another meaning. Well hidden. Saṃnihitaṃ. Well hidden or well seated or well residing. Where? In the heart of all beings. Or whatever exists, this is the existence of all. This is the existence of all. So it is residing everywhere. All everything in the world are residing in that. So it is the very substratum of everything. It is the very substratum of everything. So it is saṃnihitaṃ. So first it is āviḥ, then it is saṃnihitaṃ, then it is guhācarannāma. Guhācaram nama. Nama is, there is no special meaning for that. The meaning of nama is name. So, guhācaram nama, it is having the name guhācaram. What is guhācaram? One who is living in the guha, in the cave. What is this cave? Go deep within, in search of oneself. Who am I? This is the question. This is the question. Who am I? And inquire within. Penetrate deep within. Then we will discard the sheets one after another. This is not me, this is not me. I am not this, I am not this. So first we will discard the sheath of Annamaya, this gross body. Then that of vital forces, Pranamaya question. Then that of Manomaya, the mind. Then that of the intellect. I am not the intellect. Intellect is mind, which is an instrument. I am making use of that. So in this way, we are going deep within, diving deep into our own individuality, and in that process, we are discarding the external sheets one after another. So this is the cave. The gross body, then comes the prana, then comes the mind, then comes the intellect. So we are moving inward to more and more deeper corners of our own individuality, in search of ourselves. So this is cave. So guhācaram means residing in the cave. Always it is declaring, I am here, I am here, I am here. Because of that, we all are living here. So it is said the guhācaram. See? So it is the effulgence, it is the light, then saṃnihitaṃ, it is well residing. And where? In the cave within. At the same time, it is mahatpadam. It is the greatest. It is the greatest. So in the Upanishad itself, we can see anoraniyan mahato mahiyan. Smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest. You do not have a form. It is mahatpadam. It is a great padam. All our journey have to end there. All our inquiries must end there. Reaching there or realizing that the differentiation goes inquirer and the inquired. It vanishes. So it is mahatpadam. The whole everything, all the phenomenal planes, everything exists in that. So mahatpadam. Atra ejatprāṇannimiṣacca. Edad, this is atra samarpitam, is well residing in this. See, in two ways we can see this. The whole world, all the phenomenal universe, everything is residing in this absolute existence. That is one meaning. Another meaning is this Supreme Self, which is explained as āviḥ, saṃnihitaṃ, guhācarannāma, etc., etc. This is residing within the self. So we need not go here and there in search of that. It is here, atra. Atra means here. Atra ejatprāṇannimiṣacca. Edad, this about which we are explaining with the words āviḥ, saṃnihitaṃ, guhācarannāma, mahatpadam, that highest truth is residing here. So you need not go here and there in search of that. Atra. So we can see in the Bhagavad Gita, one shloka or one sentence of Bhagavan, Brahmano hi pradisthāham. Brahmano hi pradisthāham. Aham, I am the pradishtha of Brahma. I am the pradishtha of Brahma. Brahman is the highest supreme truth, the absolute existence, the absolute knowledge, the absolute bliss. So this Brahman, where it is established, I am the pradishtha. Pratitishthate asyam iti pradishtha. Where something is established well, installed well, that is pradishtha. That is pradishtha. We are using this word every now and then when we say Vishnu pradishtha, Shiva pradishtha and all. When we say in this idol or in this vigraha, Vishnu is installed. So that is the installation ceremony. So here, the pradishtha of Brahman is myself. You need not go here and there in search of Brahman. Go deep within. Realize what is giving existence to oneself. That is to myself. Who am I? Then we will realize that unity, absolute unity. So, atra edatsamarpitam. Edat Brahma is well residing in this self. How it is residing? Simply sitting? No. It is making everything happen. Ejad, moving. That means because of that we are moving. So it is making us move. Otherwise, no movement will be there. A dead body will not move. Somebody can carry it, all right, but it won't move. But you have the limbs to move. All the bones, muscles, everything is there in the body, but it won't move. So this is making us move. Ejad. Then pranat, breathing. So we are breathing because it is here inside. Otherwise we will not. And another meaning of pranat is energizing. It is sitting inside and energizing everything. Because of that, everything else have that energy, that movement. So jiva ejat pranat nimishacca. The winking of eyes. See, it's a always we are winking our eyes. We are opening, closing, opening, closing. How it is happening? Who is making? It is that sitting inside, he is making this. Otherwise, it won't happen. So here, we know that it is because of jiva this is happening. One is moving, one is winking his eyes, or one is breathing because of jiva. As long as jiva is there within, we will do all these things. But here we are speaking or we are studying about the Brahman. Even before studying the Upanishad, before entering into the study of Vedanta, everybody knows that because of jiva all these are happening. For that knowledge, we do not want Upanishad. There is no need of Mundakopanishad to know this. Because even a small kid, he or she knows that. Because of jiva, all these are happening. When jiva is not there, this won't happen. So breathing, moving, all this happens because of the jiva. That even before the study of Upanishad, everybody knows that. But here, Upanishad Rishi says, it is because of Brahman, all these are happening. What is the meaning of it? It is simple. And that simple meaning is, Brahman is same as the Jiva. The oneness of Jiva and Brahman is extolled here. It is taught here. See? So, ejatprāṇannimiṣacca yadetajjānatha. Oh, please, you know this. You try to know this. As Upanishad Rishi advises, we have to work for that. It won't, simply it won't come. That knowledge of the self or the oneness of the self and the Brahman, it won't come as its own. We have to work for it. That inner yearning must be there. Real thirst for that must be here inside. When the thirst is there, everything else will become immaterial, irrelevant for us. Now we want this, we want that. And along with that, some Brahma Vidya also. Everything of the world I want. And in some free times, we will sit together and study Upanishad. But when the thirst is there within, everything else will become immaterial and irrelevant. So have that thirst within. This is the saying of the Rishi. Yadetajjānatha. And the word used there is Jnanatha. It is plural. So what does that mean? Everybody, we all are entitled for that. Everyone has that eligibility, irrespective of gender, irrespective of nationality, religion. Otherwise, he won't use that plural. Yadetajjānatha, sadasadvareṇyaṃ, sad, asad. See, verbal meaning of sad is what exists, and asad is that which do not have existence. But that meaning we cannot take here, because there is no non-existence. How non-existence can exist? If somebody says there is non-existence, how you can use the word is with non-existence? Right? Because is used with something that exists. So non-existence exists. What is the meaning of that? It is meaningless. So we cannot take that meaning. Then what is meant here? Everything manifested in name and form is sad, and the unmanifest existence is asad. So manifested and the unmanifested. Manifested is sat and unmanifested is asat. So that absolute existence is that which is manifested and that which is not manifested. All are one. Sadasadvareṇyaṃ. Not only here, but at many places in the Upanishad also, we can see these two words used together, Sat and Asat. Not only here, in Chandogya we can see. Everywhere the meaning of Sat is what is manifested and Asat what is not manifested. Both are one. That is, the absolute existence is manifesting as manifold, the macrocosm, and it is the same principle which is not manifested. So both these are one. Sadasad. Vareṇyaṃ. 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 One meaning of Vareṇyaṃ is the great. Great. Another meaning of Vareṇyam is that which is wished for. That which is wished for. When somebody asks something from Devatas or some extra powerful personalities, then we will say, he asked for a varam. Varam is what somebody is wishing for. So Vareṇyam, what is wished for. Or another meaning of Vareṇyam is great. It is the greatest. So this is sad. At the same time, this is asad, and this is Vareṇyam also. So when we hear this word Vareṇyam, that is wished for, then we may think, yes, I am going to wish that. I can have that. By simply wishing, I will get that. So many thoughts may come. Then it is said, no, it is paraṃ. It is above our normal cognition. Paraṃ. It is above the senses, it is above the mind, it is above the intellect. Paraṃ. So realizing that or wishing for that means becoming one with that. It is not something that knowing something different from us. No. It is the realization of the oneness. It is the realization of the oneness. Paraṃ. And then comes a question. The Rishi is asking us to know this. You please know. Yadetajjānatha. The naturally question comes, what is the benefit we are getting from that knowledge? You are asking us to know, but what is the benefit? Then he says, vijñānād. Vijñānād. From that vijñānam, vijñānam is realization. From that realization, we are getting the varishṭhaṃ, prajānām, the highest, the greatest achievement for all beings. Prajānām, for all beings. Praja is the being. Prajānām, for all beings. It is the greatest achievement. Because Brahmaveda Brahmaiva Bhavati. The knower of Brahman is becoming the Brahman. What is the meaning of that becoming Brahman? It is the realization that I am that. Discarding all false identifications, all superimpositions. So all superimposition goes, all false identification goes. Varishṭhaṃ prajānām. So what is the highest goal of human beings? Or what is the greatest achievement one can have? That is this realization. Why? Because it helps us to dispel all limitations. All limitations. Limitations of space, limitations of time, all limitations. That is the highest freedom we can even dream for. We are speaking about many types of freedoms. No? This freedom we have, this freedom we have. Freedom of expression, freedom of many things. But all our freedoms have limitations with that. When there is no limitation, that is the absolute, ultimate freedom. For that we are wishing for. That is Vareṇyaṃ. Everybody is in search of that, the highest freedom. Where I can get that? So this is the highest freedom. Freedom from all limitations of embodiment, name, form, time, space, and all such limitations. So this is the Vareṇyaṃ. Or this is the Varishṭhaṃ. Varishṭhaṃ, Vareṇyaṃ, all these are coming from one word, Varam. So by knowing these, you are getting the highest, the greatest. And therefore, Rishi is asking us to know this. Yadetajjānatha. So in this mantra, without any doubt, the oneness of Jiva and Brahman, or Atma and Brahman is established. Then second, what is residing within as Jiva is same as the Brahman. That is the central teaching of this mantra. Then along with that, the Rishi is teaching everybody have the right to know this. And third point, by knowing this, we will reach at the highest Purushartha, the highest goal of life. So these are the main teachings of this mantra. So learn this mantra again and again with the help of some good commentaries. 3 or 4 or 5 times read this mantra again and again, because it is not an easy mantra. But at the same time, all the teachings of the Upanishad we can see in this. So oneness of Jiva and Ishvara, then āviḥ, saṃnihitaṃ, guhācarannāma, all these terms will pave way for that thinking, how to think on that, how to contemplate that. So when that we get that way to think, way to contemplate, then naturally we can discriminate. And that inner discrimination will lead us to the knowledge of oneness. And that knowledge of oneness will make us free from all limitations, all bondages. And that is the highest goal human being can have. These are the main points in this mantra. So see this mantra once more. āviḥ saṃnihitaṃ guhācarannāma mahatpadamatraitatsamarpitam ejatprāṇannimiṣacca yadetajjānatha sadasadvareṇyaṃ paraṃ vijñānādyadvariṣṭhaṃ prajānām. So once more, let me say, we have to hear this, read this again and again, and naturally doubts will come. Feel free to ask, and we will discuss again. If required, we will take this mantra once again. So with these words, let us go to the next session. If anybody have anything to ask. You can ask. Why no? I will reply.
Namaste, Swamiji. Namaste. First question is from Arun Babuji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
This question is with respect to the anger or krodha. In Bhagavad Gita, we have learned that the krodha, when unfulfilled desire comes, the krodha happens, and krodha lead to delusion, then buddhi nasham. So this is the ultimate nasham one can have with the krodha. So now my question is with respect to the avatars in place. When we take the avatar of say Narasimha, he expresses and come with the highest form of the krodha. After performing that, saving that adharmic aspect, many is trying to pull down the krodha, which is not happening even for the highest level of an avatara, where then Prahlada is supposed to go and request and all that. So just I am trying to relate from an avatara that exhibit is happening at the same time. We are learning that krodha is leading to the complete transformation. So how we can connect this?
See, in all avatars, we can see this krodha. Not only in the case of Narasimha, in the case of all avatars, we can see they are inviting and accepting krodha. In the Valmiki Ramayana, we can see krodha majahara. So Bhagavan Sri Rama, he was full with krodha majahara. In the same way, we can see many sentences in Puranas like Bhagavata, Brahma Purana and the like. But in the case of Krishna, so he was that much kruddha. Why? Because they came with a goal. And to fulfill, they lived like all other beings. All other beings. Like common men, they acted. They are the best actors. Who is the best actor? Sri Rama is the best actor. Or Sri Krishna is the best actor. Knowingly they acted. Why? Because they came with a mission, and that is to uphold dharma. Dharma samsthapanam. Upholding dharma is the aim behind all incarnations. Paritranaya sadhunam. For protecting well all sadhus, those who are obeying the rules of the universe, those who are obeying the rules of the society are sadhus, for protecting them. And vinashaya cha dushkritam, for distracting those who are living against the rule of the universe, against the rule of the society, and thereby dharma samsthapanarthaya, for maintaining or upholding the system of the universe. I am taking the form of avatara. So krodha they must have. It is not their case. See, I am a teacher and so many students are there in front of me. Or I am a mother. I have to bring up my children. I'm a father. In my life, always I must have krodha. Without krodha, I cannot be a mother. Without krodha, I cannot be a father. Simply speaking on platforms, it is not the real life. Standing on platforms, we can speak. No, mother must have krodha. Krodha must not come. But krodha will come and it must come. When children cry, we say, oh, don't cry, child, don't cry, child. Just imagine a child without crying. What is that? Is it a child? A child must cry. Quite natural, must come. There is nothing wrong in that. So krodha is a part of our life. That is why krodha is coming. Krodha must come and krodha must go. It must not linger. Somebody asks, Swami, do you have krodha? Yes, I have krodha. You cannot say lies. It will come and it will go. I'm not keeping that. See, if the krodha, it is dominating our individuality, then it will press us to commit mistakes. It will press us to act against dharma. So we must be the masters. I must be the master. Krodha, my servant. I am making use of him. He must not be allowed to be the master. If krodha is the master, I will be the slave. I will be the servant. So I will have to do as per his commands. Then what will happen? Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sammoha smriti vibhrama. Smriti bhramshat buddhi nashaha. Buddhi nashat pralashyati. So that is the effect of that. So krodha must be our slave, our servant. That is a most apt word. We must be the master. In the same way, kama. Some may say, no, you must not have kama. If we do not have kama, how we will live in this world? We must have kama. But we must be the master and we must be the servant. That position, keeping that management, that we must know. How to manage that. So, but see, when Sri Rama acted, many times he showed that he is overpowered by anger. Actually, he was not. But only when he showed that, the others will understand, because the others were not normal human beings. They were asuras, rakshasas. And all around him to help him, to protect him, to serve him, to save him were vanaras. So in both ways, it was his duty to show he is overpowered by anger. He is overpowered by many emotions. So in front of vanaras, he was crying, oh Sita, without you, how can I live? And that too, just after giving the highest Vedantic advice to Tara, we can see Sri Rama cry. So all these are actions. In the same way, we must have the ability to take krodha, to accept kama, everything as our servants. But we must be vigilant, otherwise he will make us his servant. So this is happening very well. So Bhagavan is showing how krodha and kama will lead us to sarvanasha, full perish. We will perish fully. And thereby, what is the intention of Bhagavan? Make us masters of our own emotions. See, we must not think Vedanta is making us emotionless. If there is no emotion, how we can say we are human beings? Many people think so. If you are studying Vedanta, you will not laugh, you will not cry, you will not shout. Why? Vedanta is that which make you emotionless. No. As long as we are human beings, emotions we must have. Without emotion, how you can say you are a human being? You are living. But emotions must not overpower your individuality. That is the teaching. Namaste.
Next question is Dr. Kamalaji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste.
Regarding the sloka which Swamiji has taken now, so there it says, prajānām. So whether instead of taking, as the upaprana is the one which is causing the winking, it says. So whether we can take it as a karmendriya because the prana controls the karmendriya. In that sense, whether we can take it.
See, the winking of eyes is done by upaprana. There is no doubt in that. But upaprana is not somebody having his own power. He is acting as a subordinate of prana. And here, even the prana is under this Brahman, Atma. That is the teaching here. We are not studying about prana here. Here, pranat means making somebody breathing or breath. How we are breathing? Because of him. There is a mantra in the Kathopanishad. Urdhvam pranam unnayatyapānam pratyagasyati madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva upasate. That is the mantra. Urdhvam pranam unnayati apanam pratyagasyati madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva upasate. So urdhvam pranam unnayati means one who is unnayati, leading. The real translation of unnayati is leading. Here we can say taking or bringing. So one who is leading the prana upward and one who is leading the apana downwards. Who is that? One who is sitting in the middle, madhye, asinam vamanam. Vamanam, one who is to be worshipped. So that being, Vishve Deva Upasade, all Devatas are coming and worshipping him. All Devatas are worshipping him. Which are these Devatas? I, CEOs. All these are Devatas. Nos. So all senses of cognition and organs of action are coming and worshipping this God who is sitting in the middle. What is his duty? He is leading prana upward and leading, pushing apana downward. Who is that? That is Jiva. And here in this mantra, the unity of oneness of Jiva and Ishvara, or in other words, the oneness of Atma and Brahman is exalted here in this mantra. So, Pranat, Nimishat, Ejat. The Shabda Ejat comes from the Dhatu, Ejr Kampane. Ejr Kampane. So, Ejat means moving, making move. Making move. Then there is Pranat. The root dhatu is ana cheshtayam. So that is making move, or that is making praniti, breathing. Or we can say energize. So one who is energizing everything. Then the third is nimishat. Nimishat. Misha. That is closing of eyes. Winking. So who is making eyes wink? So all these activities are happening because of him. That means because of Jiva. And earlier, āviḥ, saṃnihitaṃ, guhācarannāma, all these words are there. So bringing these sentences together will give us the meaning, unity of self and the Brahman. Namaste.
Yeah, that's all, Swamiji. No more
Very
questions.
good. Very good. So, what we are doing is monthly, one Saturday we will take in the morning at 9 o'clock, as earlier, 9:30, no?
9:30.
9:30 as earlier, one Saturday, and another day that you can announce, or I don't know all the dates. Next class will be on.
All dates are marked in the diary, Swamiji.
Very good, very good. So next class will be on July 2nd. No?
Yeah.
No.
One minute.
July 2nd.
July 2nd, Saturday.
Yeah, July 2nd, Saturday morning, 9:30.
Okay.
Namaste.
And another, namaste.
Namaste. Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangaistustvam sastanobhyat Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Sustina Indro Vridhashravaः Sustina Pusha Vishwavedaः Sustina Stakshyo Arishtanemi Sustina Brihaspatirdadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.